Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips and Damo Camilleri. How are you, gents?
Good.
Super.
Everyone's internet is just flicked into perfection just as we started this recording. Literally, as I started the show, Matto's pictures perfect. I don't know what Damo's seeing on either end since he's trying to shame us on the internet.
I mean, you look like you're in 4K right now, which is crazy because my phone is in 4K, but you're looking like it. And Matto, man, I can see like the pores in your face, mate.
There we go.
Looking good.
Wow.
Oof.
Big discussion last week, and this week, just as the show goes to air.
I'm guessing the clouds have parted from all the rain.
That's it.
Get some of that Tesla internet. That internet money, Tesla.
So, Damo, you brought us this week's topic. It's been one of the fairly big things. I mean, it's been a big week for games, but this is one of the bigger topics out there.
Yeah, it's strange because I mean we could have covered anything, but I think this is the one that we can have the most fun with because we, as a great community of Player 2 and you people watching and listening, also a great community, know that we like to talk absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
And so just hearing about this news, you were going to go, oh, I'm getting the popcorn ready for this one because Sony didn't buy a gaming studio. No, they didn't go out and buy Square Enix and
give it time.
Like they didn't go and buy Facebook or something and went to like FU Microsoft, whatever.
They did build a new studio, but that's not what we're focusing on.
They didn't join forces with Nintendo to make Pokemon Skyrim or something like that.
Holy shit.
They went out. I don't know why I'm pointing to my screen that you can't see, but they went out and they brought EVO. And the first question you're all going to ask is, what the F is EVO? And it ain't a Mitsubishi, okay? It's not. Okay?
What?
EVO's,
they brought Mitsubishi?
Apple are releasing
not for their cars either. They wanted their...
We're cracking into this too.
Not
PlayStation 5 Beal.
Not for their cars. They bought them for their air conditioners. Which I don't even know if they still do that, but there's old shitty Mitsubishi ones that I said around the
Mitsubishi? Did they buy the EVO to make the PlayStation 5 look better?
Yeah, possibly. Oh, I should have brought my PS5 in. It's got my brand new fancy black plates on it. Looks like a good console now.
Oh,
it looks
like
what? It just didn't look like a good console beforehand.
Well, I mean, it looked very futuristic. Now it looks futuristic and good. But EVO.
Paul's we're not going to go into it. EVO is a fighting game tournament online. Do yourself a favor, look up, actually, before I, just sit there and go, look up this video, EVO, actually, go.
Don't you ask me to embed shit in this video.
Forget anything I was about to say. Watch Cell Reactions EVO. I shit you not, when Dragon Ball Fighter Z came out, when Cell goes, oh, right, as his intro, the crowd join in with him every time. And there's just a supercut of them all. So it's just like, Goku says whatever, and then Cell just goes, ugh, and you just hear the whole, there must be 1,000 people just power up with Cell. It's phenomenal. That's just one of the cool highlights of
because
EVO.
We've done all
really,
because
really
all
cool
of us
play.
did the powering up like Goku in Federation Square and all those other sorts of places years ago. So it's Cell's turn.
Is that
Kamehameha?
No, remember everyone did the powering up, turning Super Saiyan or whatever the exact context was. The ones that we did
Super Saiyan
in the
Super
city
Saiyan across the world. It was great. And same.
That was brilliant.
Power to say, and then one guy went the full thing. He's like, "This is to go even further beyond." But
and he shit himself.
If you want the peak of EVO moments, look up official EVO. Oh, not even official. Just look up EVO moment 37. When you watch this is the level of skill you'll see at this tournament. Even if you don't play fighting games, to watch this level of skill, incredible. So it's a moneymaker. It's printing money. Because what are you doing? You're just hosting an event. What is Sony going to do? Why would Sony buy this? These are questions that we have no idea about, but we'll have the best theories for you, the fan, this night.
And and you expect us to pick up from there. Sweet. Okay, right. My first.
Sorry, I should just announce too, before we do go into it, Sony have confirmed this year, 2021, will be between August 6th to 8th and the 13th to the 15th. So keep
which
your
were
calendars
dates
free.
were already locked in and ready to go anyway for EVO online because of
which
COVID.
Which will have Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, and Guilty Gear Strive, which doesn't release until June 11th, so it'll be very interesting. No other word yet, from what I can see, on Smash making an appearance.
No, so Smash. So
Dragon Ball
this at least
Fighter
kind of
Z.
falls into some knowledge I have from last year. So Smash didn't even make it last year, and that's because the net code is so shit with just Nintendo developed games that they couldn't reliably have it running. So because it's online. So if it had been an in-person thing last year, Smash would have been there. But because the Nintendo netcode is rubbish, you can't, like, it's just created too big an obstacle to have a reliable, proper match and have a guaranteed clear winner. Yeah. So that's no good unless they're doing on-site stuff.
If you look up Mighty Keith, he's a great YouTuber who does a great sketch on the games being announced for EVO when Marvel vs. Capcom wasn't announced.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's going to replace me? Who else has great characters that we're aware of? You know, great fighting combat and all this stuff. And then, like, it's Dragon Ball Fighter Z walks in the door. It's like, hey, guys. And it's like, ah! And it's like, yeah, man, that's everything. Everything we love about fighting games. Putting in a new one. Phenomenal. But yeah, so Sony
when are they going to put our fighting game in there? When are they going to put our
this is the thing.
Our MSG one,
this is MSG.
Our PlayStation All-Stars 2 roster we developed.
Day one of EVO. That it's going to be the grand release of our PlayStation fighting game.
Yeah, sweet. Okay.
We're going to present it.
That's fair. It has to be us. Even if it's remote, we'll present it from here. You and your grainy, pixelated internet.
So, I mean, yeah, that's the thing though. With Sony buying this, is this a future cock block to any further Microsoft-owned things? Is this were you making a fighting game? Oh, did you want it at EVO, the biggest fighting tournament in the world? Oh, too bad. Hey, Nintendo, you're welcome over, even though we hate you. Hey, come over because we're fighting for your love against these tyrants over here. Is this is my theory that Smash will still be there because of just, hey, we've been around for a very long time. We've successfully been existing. But these bastards over here, you know what I mean? Fighting for a child's love.
Well, I mean, as much as the hardcore...
Mum and dad
as much as the hardcore FGC kind of looks down a little bit on Smash, Smash is still the most popular game there every single year. So, so it's kind of important for that whole competition, whether Sony owned it or not, for Smash to be there. Because they used to have Melee and whatever the latest game happened to be. Guaranteed every single time.
Yeah. So I think they still do run Melee.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that the one with the GameCube controller?
It's the GameCube one.
I knew they did it I'm pretty sure they did it in 2019. They had Melee because Mango Nation was still there. Mango Nation, Fox McCloud.
Matto, do you have any thoughts on the potential cock blocking that Damo has outlined here?
Is it just one of those things where they got mixed? They either thought they were going to be purchasing Pro Evo, which is the soccer game, or someone just accidentally just purchased it and just went, "Oh no,
we're finally in with Konami. We got a Konami franchise. We got Pro Evo. Oh, what fighting competition? Shit.
Oh right. Hey, who purchased this Evo competition? Because I'm pretty sure, if anything, they don't need any more studios. I'm pretty sure they're set with studios. They can make all their first party games and all that. Unlike Xbox, who have no first party games.
Yeah, but
Or no fighting tournament.
ton of studios now. But that's a whole other thing.
Well, that depends. Will they do something with them, or will they rare it
Oh god.
and just sit there for 20 years and do nothing?
I doubt it, but geez, if I'm eating my words in 10 years, holy shit.
In 10 years, no one's going to be eating your word. You're not going to be eating your words in 10 years. You'll just have them downloaded into your brain later on.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, fair.
On loop.
USB. Your brain.
USB. A Family Guy thing where they just scan movies into their head. Oh, she's a terrible actress.
I feel like it's not going to be some tactic to stop, Xbox or Nintendo, or especially Xbox, from getting involved. I think what it does do is ensure that every fighting game that will ever come out from this point onwards is definitely going to be on PlayStation. Outside of obviously Nintendo developed or Xbox developed games. So any third party stuff, there won't be any. Oh, we'll go buddy with Xbox or something like that on this one, or we'll go buddy with Nintendo on this one. The game will definitely come to PlayStation because of that whole. Well, we could be an arsehole about it and not let you come to EVO, and that's just enough.
They don't even have the fighting controller.
Yeah,
what's going on? Xbox has it.
Well, yeah.
Hey, woo.
I don't know. I mean, PlayStation's kind of been the default for its for the FGC comps in recent years since Street Fighter V came out, basically. Even though Street Fighter V obviously was a little bit lackluster at first, but PlayStation's basically been the default platform ever since, and that's because the Xbox D-pad was shit through the whole 360 era. They improved it a bit, but the general feel was for fighting games the PlayStation one was still better. Obviously, you've got the actual fighting boards separate to that, and they were compatible with PlayStation, so you could go down that path as well. I don't know, PlayStation's kind of been the go-to in terms of what platform to use for fighting games for a while, and I think maybe it's just a natural conclusion, maybe? I don't know. But on the PlayStation side, yeah, maybe a tactic to just say, we'll never miss out on a fighting game on our platform ever again, because if those developers want to make sure that their game is potential option, and obviously it's not just PlayStation that will determine who does or doesn't make it, or what games do and don't make it, but you won't even have a chance unless your game comes out on PlayStation.
I'm just glad it's not a Ridge Racer moment. We brought something new.
Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer. No.
It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer. No, mate, it's not working. No one cares. Shut up. Oh, good times, that conference.
They still make that game? Does that game still exist? I've never heard it.
I'm going to check for the most recent one, but it's been a hot minute, that's for sure.
For it.
What else are we? Any other thoughts on the whole thing while I'm doing important Ridge Racer research?
Well, that's interesting. That thing with. Maybe with Sony owning it, yeah. Because it doesn't sound like it was a hostile takeover too. They did say that
just rang up. Hey, can we buy you? Okay, cool.
The
co-founders, everyone, let's get out of here.
The co-founders, I couldn't think of the word, but the people that so they'll be working closely with Sony. I'm guessing it's just we're here to buy it to make sure that it survive. Maybe it is just to survive COVID as well, because it was cancelled last year. We're going to mention that due to sexual allegations against one of the CEOs. Who was let go.
The most recent Ridge Racer was Ridge Racer Draw and Drift, which was released on iOS.
That's not PlayStation.
The last real game was because there was one called Slipstream that came out in 2013 for iOS and Android. The last real game was Ridge Racer Unbound in 2012 for the 360, PS3, and Windows.
That's also not PlayStation. What the hell?
No,
they just gave up.
360, Windows. PS3, and Windows. So PS3 was the last time that we saw a real Ridge Racer game. Almost 10 years ago.
Yep. So that conference killed it. Oh well.
Now that was 2006, but yeah. It was like a slow 6 to 7 year old long death. So, do we feel like Smash is going to be there going forward? Assuming 2022 isn't impacted by COVID, that the vaccine does its thing and people are able to attend big things like this, or at least the competitors are able to get together to do what they need to do. Do we see Smash being there?
I believe so.
What about Killer
Yeah.
Instinct on the Xbox side?
No.
Did anyone ever care about Killer Instinct?
It started to grow some legs after all. When like at first was whatever. No one's even buying an Xbox One anyway because you have to get a second job to buy the console and all that sort of stupid shit that Don Matrix said. But they rolled out a few seasons of it, of fighters and extra content, and apparently it's pretty good. And a lot of people are real hot on the game, and I think it did feature it at EVO for a while there, or at least some other fighting game competitions.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know.
I wonder if Xbox wouldn't look at it and go, we'll have a crack, and if they say no, we're not going to worry about it anymore. Like, that's it. Who cares?
Or Microsoft just go, hey, we'll just make our own fighting tournament.
Hey, we'll just buy Sony because they're just buying
It'll just be like the mixture of fighting tournaments.
Yeah, possibly.
Where no one will care. Even if you do get the biggest...
They'll make our MSG game.
Even if you do get the biggest games over there, people ain't going to watch it.
Please, everyone,
Just
for the
like
references we're making, go back and check out one of the patched episodes from a few months back where we kind of discussed a roster for a Microsoft Smash Brothers game.
The MSG game.
If anyone's confused by the whole MSG thing and they're not talking about something that's in their food.
And also the part where we're going to go and introduce the game at the EVO. That's also not real, so just relax, people.
Oh no, that's totally
real. Be real.
That's totally real.
Could be real. We don't know.
Because at 2022, our PlayStation All Stars 2 is going to be there. It's going to be
I'll be back in a sec.
Main attraction, and any money he's put the output for the headphones right near the mic, and so we're just hearing ourselves in a loop. Not hearing anything.
That's great.
Zero. Yeah, I mean, PlayStation All Stars 2 will be a thing. It'll be the main attraction. Smash will be kicked out because we've got ourselves our own mascot brawler fighter Smash game.
It's one spot. Sorry, Smash.
We're the ones that created this thing. We made it popular. We made it huge. It's been our best performing episode of Patch Time I think I've ever seen.
Ever.
By a long way, I think. And naturally,
people keep arguing, going, "Oh no, he has to be." We go, "It's okay. It's not a real thing yet.
We're just talking shit.
We're just talking about it. But if Sony is listening, and they take our ideas,
Herman
we'll
Holst,
know.
I know you're listening, mate. Get us on board.
We know.
Yeah.
We'll know if you're taking our ideas because I'm pretty sure we put in some silly characters in there.
Yeah.
Or did we?
Well, it's not as bad as our Xbox One where we had Terry Crews in it.
Terry Crews, and Bill Gates.
And Bill Gates. That's a high quality fighter, I say.
Bill Gates, of course.
I love how
Bill Gates is a quality.
We're going to manage to fill out this time while Damo does whatever he's doing.
We actually don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he
just walked off.
Just walked off.
Clearly wasn't that. Clearly, it was more important
topic,
than this.
Not that into it.
His topic, he just ditched this. Do you reckon he'll go back through this episode and listen to this part?
Just to see what horrible things were said about him?
Yeah, no, he won't care.
No.
Don't think he will.
He couldn't care less.
Just wait for the suspense.
What he's going to be really disappointed to discover is that the entire time he's been gone, there's been a Garbador sitting right where he was.
Haha. Well, that's great.
So
we will be back. Oh, here he comes. He's back.
Garbador out, Damo back in.
Oh, I swear to what the F is that?
So, we've been rambling for the entire time you've gone. There's been nothing will be cut from this episode.
Good.
We're just talking about Bill Gates. And
we
Terry
were talking
Crews.
about Terry Crews and how there couldn't be anything more
Terry
off the wall.
Crews deserves his own fighting game.
Remember
Just
he's in
Terry
our one.
Crews characters.
He's in our Xbox one.
No. Yeah, but he deserves his own one to make up for the fact that, Crackdown 3 sucked. So there should be like Fat Terry from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Skinny Terry. Then
Eddie
there should be
Cheeseburger.
like Eddie Cheeseburger, white girls like Terry Crews, Old Spice Terry Crews, Expendables Terry Crews. Right?
It's like a fighting game
everybody
version of
hates
Shaq Fu.
Frozone.
Everybody Hates Chris?
Yes, he was the dad.
Chris Rock's dad.
I I didn't watch
It's
enough of
great.
that show apparently.
And it can be
He
in
needs to be.
the Terminator, Terry Crews, where he's just dead. I remember that. Just poor Terry Crews dead. Like, oh, I didn't even get a part.
This has definitely been one of our best episodes yet. Do we have any other thoughts on EVO? Do we see there being much change with Sony at the helm?
Just no more games from Microsoft. I really just don't think that like they're gonna allow it over.
Because all the messaging so far is business as usual, but this year is a weird year anyway, because usual basically meant there was no killer. Like they compressed the number of games anyway to the ones that you listed earlier on, so they could easily use this as an opportunity to just bid Killer Instinct farewell. Are there any other fighters on Xbox? I can't that are exclusive. I don't think so. I can't think of any.
No, I don't think so. I mean, there's stuff. I think there's like computer stuff, like Skullgirls and Guilty Gear. And,
that stuff's all on PlayStation for sure.
Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive is, I think, Xbox exclusive now.
Oh, really?
Is it?
Virtual Fighter. Is that still a thing?
Don't know. King of Fighters, I know, is still a thing.
Soul Calibur.
There's like 16 of them now, or 15 of them, or whatever it is.
Wow, that's a lot.
Adam Rourke's listening to this episode, being a massive fighting game fan, and he is cursing us right now. Sorry, Adam.
Dead or Alive 6 is only on Steam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like.
Fair enough.
Oh, wait. No. Looks like
what
it's
about
on PlayStation as well.
One
Why
Must
is it only
Fall?
coming up on Steam? Online game.
One Must Fall. Never heard of it.
One Must Fall. Oh, it's an old game. It's from the 90s. For those old people out there that go, oh, One Must Fall.
Well, I think on that perfectly obscure note, we might wrap things up for this episode.
I know.
EVO.
Dead or Alive is still there. You know what? No. Before we do finish up, they just need to add WWE 2K20 or whatever that fantastic
the horrible
last
one,
WWE game was. The fantastic one. No, it wasn't horrible. Like the one where you tried to pin somebody and you ended up inside the roof. That would be great, right? So whoever actually does beat the game, they win EVO. All of it. They get the crown of EVO because that game was just phenomenal and they need to make more of that.
Or give them like WWE 2K Playgrounds 2 or whatever the hell it was that came out like last year. Whatever that shit was.
Just
No, don't do that.
give them the patch.
Don't give
Patch
that.
those perks. EVO, I think the general feeling from us is that EVO is going to be just fine over the next few years, and maybe Xbox is the only one missing out. But we'll wrap things up.
The other thing that will happen is when people come in with their bags, they'll check their bags. If there's an Xbox controller in there, they'll just put it on the bench, get their hammer out, and just smack it in front of them.
Yeah, good. There's a bit of fire in that
And then
PlayStation
just
Valley at the
throw it
moment.
in the bin.
This is for taking Bethesda. Bang.
Or they just swap it over, or they swap it over for a PlayStation controller.
Yeah,
Their choice.
We either destroy your thing in front of you or you take this controller and you'd be happy.
One of us.
If you enjoyed this episode of Patch, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell, that way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes more Patch Player 2 plays like Game Review, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. Some awesome stuff there, so please subscribe and go and check it out. I haven't featured in much video in the last couple of weeks since my capture card died, so enjoy everyone else for a change. It's nice. Visit the website player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series, the audio version of Patch, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. I've got a review for a certain monstrous title that comes out this week. One to keep an eye out for.
Monstrous.
Monstrous.
Maybe we should get it out.
So
Shadow of Mordor.
that's the one. Go check out my review of 2016's Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor this week. It's got a little delayed. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au. Kick it a few bucks. Lower tiers, early access. Higher tiers, multi-episode exclusives. And then there's Twitter. Damo, where can you be found?
At Tacos Talks.
Matto.
Matto_Phil.
Paul James Games for me. The website is player2au. And suck shit, Xbox. You don't have any fighting games anymore.
They still have Dead or Alive 7, but it's like, yeah, Yeah, but you can't play it at EVO, so suck a dick.